Thank you very much. And I want to thank you, Professor Kojo, for coming on the program and giving us a little sense of what the book is about. And it is a truly beautiful publication, and I really have to get around to reading it. I will have some spare time soon, very soon, to catch up on my reading. Thank you very much for being here.
My brother, thank you so much for having me, and yes, thanks for being here.
Yeah. We'll take a short break, folks. When we come back, we're chatting with Gavin Nicholas, who is changing his roles. He's heading to London. We're going to be talking with him about that. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
A First Citizens credit card opens up a life of rewarding experiences, making it easier to grasp opportunities, providing comfort at each step of life's journey, celebrating success with an outpouring of gratitude, treating those who are precious to you to the absolute finest, and rewarding you with bonus points and miles to enjoy your fill of the good life. Come in, call, or visit us online for the world of credit cards that put you first.
Kidant, a children's toothpaste. Now kids can enjoy the taste of bubblegum while brushing their teeth with Kidant, a 100% natural toothpaste. Kidant is safe for little kids who may swallow while brushing. Kidant has licorice, a natural sweetener which soothes and heals minor ulcers and scratches. It also contains amla with 20 times the vitamin C of oranges to tighten gums, and basil, an antibacterial astringent that prevents tooth decay and gum disease. Available at Pennywise Cosmetics, leading pharmacies and supermarkets nationwide. Distributed by Pharmatech Caribbean.
Tis the season to watch plenty movies. Yeah, why not? When you sign up for DirecTV's Triple Treat, you're getting 50% off the HBO package for 12 months, the best basic package anywhere, and a DirecTV DVR, all for only $297 a month. So that's 10 premium HBO channels at 50% off, and the chance to record, pause, and rewind the movies, all at big savings. Sign up for DirecTV's Triple Treat today.
What kind of facade is right for my office building? What are my landscaping options? At ABS, you can order building supplies and get free professional advice. So it's easy to transform your dream projects into reality. It all adds up to one great experience.
He's still growing up, but he already has adult teeth. Newly emerged teeth that are porous and more vulnerable to plaque acid, yet can gain strength by absorbing minerals. Now the triple protection of Aquafresh Advanced has been reinvented with a new Enamel Lock formula. It helps lock in vital minerals and lock out plaque acid, strengthening enamel by 25%, keeping your family's teeth strong for a lifetime. New Aquafresh Advanced. Amazing.
Begins with Dairy, the milky milk.
It's all well because the Christmas Latin Trade Show is here. You come see it for yourself. Amazing products down here at the Christmas Latin Trade Show at the corner of Romero and Mukarapo Street. St. James, that's the place you need to be. Come shop this Christmas and get free gifts only at the Christmas Latin Trade Show. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas from the Christmas Latin Trade Show.
Welcome back. We're chatting this morning with Gavin Nicholas, who is the outgoing press secretary. Welcome back to the program. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning.
Good morning to all your viewers.
You're due to take up a diplomatic posting in London, is that correct?
That's correct. I am to be the, well, at the moment I'm the High Commissioner Designate to London on behalf of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
And in any way that you look at it, certainly from a career standpoint, it is a promotion. But
Yes,
at the same time, in the political context, it can be perceived as a demotion or a reshuffling because there are some people who will suggest that there was some discomfort in the administration about your handling of certain controversies that arose early in the People's Partnership, the partnership's tenure in office.
Well, of course people would view things how they want it. If it is that we want to look at what was perceived to be early controversies, and if there was a problem with me as a result of that, I don't think the Prime Minister would have kept me this long. So it certainly has nothing to do with any perceived controversies.
You've not been kept. You're being shipped out.
Yeah, but I'm not being shipped out in that sense, in that you quite rightly said there were early controversies. And I think one of the big ones was really the first trip to New York, when there was a lot of misinformation going around the blogs with regards to the trip, even though regularly, on a daily basis, proper reports were coming back to Trinidad that were properly reported in the newspaper and on television. People decided to have their own views on it. The Prime Minister didn't see that as a controversy. In fact, the Prime Minister continued to have confidence in me. I continued to function in the job. We continued to go on other trips, and I continued to report to the media. I certainly don't see my new role as a demotion. I don't see it as a reshuffle. It is something that I've always wanted to do. I look forward to doing it in the best possible way. I am very, very excited about it. I have been meeting a number of the stakeholders that would benefit and assist in my new role, and I am very, very pleased that I will be taking it up and going on to something bigger and better.
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, but I will anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard sell to convince people that this is it's just a promotion, given that you're being...
You know, Paulo, quite honestly, I am not here to sell it. People can perceive it however they like. I certainly know what it is. The Prime Minister knows what it is. It is not any kind of shipping me out. If people want to perceive it that way, we can speak here for the rest of the day about it, and that will not change. But I think there are so many more issues that I would like to spend my time with you this morning discussing that shows the progression and possible progression of Trinidad and Tobago in my new capacity.
Well, certainly, but at the same time, I have a responsibility to ask questions that people will have in their own minds. It's going to be difficult for people to accept that this is a mere promotion that is putting you into a position that you will perhaps be of better use and better service to the government and to Trinidad and Tobago as a whole, where your tenure has been relatively short, and I think we can't be sure. We really don't know who your successor will be, but we're hearing names like Jai Parasram, who has been re-imported for this purpose. He returns from time to time to do PR work. And I'm sorry, but the suggestion is unavoidable that...
I don't know who my successor will be. In fact, one has not yet been chosen. That is up to the Prime Minister. The decision for me to become the High Commissioner to London on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago was taken at the beginning of October. after much discussion with me and the Prime Minister about it, because it was thought that because of my skills as an attorney at law, as a barrister at law, my experience in the UK, because I have professional links to the UK. I am attached to chambers in the UK. I have spent a lot of time there, so I understand the culture. And because of my knowledge of government policy and my own demeanor, it was felt that I would make an excellent High Commissioner. And we discussed it. I told the Prime Minister that I would love to do it. And at the beginning of October, the process was commenced. It was not commenced before that date. There was a lot of speculation in the media about it. People put all sorts of stories, as they do, and it's something that I understand. That is politics. People will try to shoot the messenger. They will try, when things are working in a government, to detract from the government. They would attack certain members, and that is part of the politics, and I understood that. No decision was taken to ship me out, as it were. In fact, the Prime Minister at no point suggested that she would like me to leave. So that is what it is. I do wish we could go on and speak about what I intend to do for the people of Trinidad and Tobago in the UK. I would tell you that among the media, just about everyone that I've spoken with in the media have told me that it was a real pleasure working with me as press secretary. They've never had access to information in the way that they've had over the last few months. The population have been very warm to me. They believe that the information coming out of the government has been forthright as far as I could be, timely as far as it could be. And I have had from the general population a lot of congratulatory support. And I can speak directly to the public now and tell them how grateful I am for their support, because it has been overwhelming.
Okay, Mr. Deckers,
we can move on.
We have to take a short break. I know you're chomping at the bit to move on. There are still some things you have to, in any job, when you leave one job and go to the next, you have to tidy up your affairs before you go. So there are one or two things that I still need to raise with you.
Sure.
There is a common misconception or a perpetuated misconception that when the Prime Minister went to the States the last trip, that there was no meeting with Hillary Clinton, and that's being spread around in the news. So we'll deal with that when we come back after this short break. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Take anything, anywhere. The new L200.
Tired of worrying about your home, business, or family members? Quit worrying and enjoy life with affordable 24/7 property protection from Advanced Security Company Limited, located 187 Eastern Main Road, Aruca. This highly esteemed company has been protecting a wide range of residents and companies for over 20 years. With their 24/7 monitoring and quick response service, well-trained, certified armed and baton officers, as well as their efficient K9 unit, your property would be in excellent hands. Advanced Security, your protection is our profession.
Circles of nature, circles of nature, circles of texture, circles of possibility. Painted by Penta. Center of circle, the circle of Penta, circles of colors, blending together. Circles of Penta. And circle your world with depth and dimension. With
possibilities.
New Millennium Interiors and Exteriors, windows, profile moldings, any roof-related products, beams, under ceilings, kitchen cupboards, furniture's custom made, outside stores by order only, aluminium and steel windows, 657-6542.
Turn up the value. This Christmas is no poor. Digicel is giving more. Top up to live it up. Get a chance to build your dream house. Oh, one of six $30,000 shopping sprees. It's Christmas, so we're giving you more. You can drive away with an Audi A4 every time your top up reaches $50. That's all. Or pay your bill in full. This Christmas is no poor. Digicel is giving more. Top up to live it up.
Digicel, TNT's bigger, better network for value.
Your neighbors may not be the only ones admiring your new kitchen. For termite prevention and control, call us at 622-1327
or visit our website at www.rentakill.tt.
Protect your investment. Rentakill, the experts in pest control.
What's the sure way to lose 7 pounds in 7 days? Sure Meals, of course. Sure Meals are healthy, nutritious, well-balanced meals prepared by a certified dietitian. And what's more, they taste great. Sure Meals can be delivered to your home, office, or school. Do you want to lose 7 pounds in just 7 days? Then call us now to place your order for a Sure Meal. It's the sure way to lose 7 pounds in just 7 days. Remember, the sure way is the best way.
The Guardian's Holiday Shopping Guide shows you more ways to shop, save, and get the most value this holiday season. Get your copy of the Holiday Shopping Guide free in this Sunday's Guardian.
The Early Morning Show with Paolo Kernahan is brought to you in part by First Citizens. First Citizens, we put you first.
Welcome back. Well, we continue chatting with Garvin Nicholas, who is getting ready to take up his diplomatic posting in London. In fact, you'll leave this Wednesday.
That's correct.
Okay, well, I know that we want to talk about some of the things that you have on your agenda when you assume this post, but there are one or two things that I wanted to tidy up. There is this a lot of talk circulating on the talk shows, because that's what they do, that on this visit, this recent trip, the Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, met with everyone other than Hillary Clinton, as was advertised. She met with, I believe it's Julia Roberts, some Little Wayne, but she never actually did meet with Hillary Clinton. Perhaps you can disabuse us of this
Yes.
notion?
And again, that's the way in which the propaganda in Trinidad works. So that you have a situation where the Prime Minister went on an official visit. She met with the Secretary of State. We supplied photographs of the meeting. The photographs were published in the newspaper. And you have people coming up with this fanciful and wild story. It's similar to what the former Prime Minister did in the Parliament a week or so ago, when he went to the Parliament and held up a photograph of a house and said it cost $150 million. And people use that kind of platform to run with in order to try to undermine the government. It's the same thing that they've done with me in some areas, and other ministers as well. The fact is, the Prime Minister met with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She met with Dr. Rice, who is the permanent representative for the U.S. in the UN, and a number of other officials. I saw the blogging and I heard the comments, and in fact I put some more photographs on the blogs so that people who had any doubt whatsoever could actually see the photographs of our Prime Minister meeting with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
Well, people are saying that the documents that she presented in the House were backdated, so maybe maybe you doctored the photographs to make it look as if she met with the... But
There's only so much we can do, Paolo.
All of the qualities that you described that make you eminently qualified for this posting, you're an attorney, or you have experience in these areas. Some might suggest that all of these qualities make you ideal for this position, but there was nothing in your experience or your resume that qualified you for press secretary, and this made it a bit of an odd fit?
Well, the job of press secretary is brand new to Trinidad and Tobago. And what it really allowed was not just media interaction, but also a lot of background dealings with the information division. And as I said, I did my job. We did a lot of things in the information division, as well as I got the information of what the Office of the Prime Minister, especially, and government were undertaking. And as I said, the feedback from the stakeholders, which were in fact the journalists who I interacted with, who were my conduit to getting the information to the people, and I mean proper information. I can't deal with propaganda and weird bloggers. The correct information was at all times given to the media, and they were then able to get it to the population on time, so that the population of Trinidad and Tobago could have been more informed. I can tell you that people were actually quite surprised at the kind of detail that they received on official trips, which in the past they have never received. All they knew was that the Prime Minister would have flown out and returned. Sometimes they didn't even know when he flew out and when he returned. And that kind of detailed information was given to the media for them to scrutinize and therefore to be able to pose questions. When we had cabinet ministers who were ill, again, that information was given to the media in a timely basis, so that people were always kept abreast of what was happening. And that is what we sought to do. We tried to reposition information in this government so that we could be open, we could be transparent, and we can be allowed to be scrutinized. And I think that is what was accomplished. And I am very, very pleased with my role as press secretary. I enjoyed it tremendously. I enjoyed working with members of the media, and I enjoyed interacting with the population.
Any regrets, though, in terms of how you may have handled some matters? One example would be the issue of the pension age.
Well, again, the whole thing about the pension age, I didn't speak an incorrect word. Everything I said was actually true. And it was proven to be true. But yes, there were things. Of course, I learned a lot during the period as press secretary on how to interact, how to communicate things more effectively. Because sometimes, you know, you take for granted that the media or the listeners or the recipients of the information would take you at your word, and then you realize that there are people out there who are happy to skew your word, and you have to be more circumspect in your delivery of your word. And from that point of view, yes, I have learned, and certainly things have been done differently as a result of that. So with experience, you know, you always get better, and I certainly believe that I'm in a better position now because of that experience.
So, Mr. Nicholas, you were conspicuously absent when Fazir Mohammed was Fazired. You were nowhere to be found. At the very least, there was no statement forthcoming from you, and that was one of the most controversial issues to confront the government.
Yes, when the Fazir Mohammed issue arose, the CEO of CNMC...
You seem to have a little difficulty saying when he was fired...
No, he wasn't fired. At no point was he fired.
Okay, so when he was asked to take another job that was considerably lower in pay. Well, okay, let's not get into the semantics of it. Yeah. But go ahead.
The reality is that I don't know what salary options were discussed. In fact, Paulo, again, this is where you have the skewing of the information. Fazir Mohammed, as far as I was informed, was never fired. He was asked to do something, take up a different role in the organization, which happens, and he was not the only person in the organization to be asked to take up a new role. He was obviously the most high profile because he was in the camera, in front of the camera every morning. But he was not the only one. And he was supposed to have discussed his new role with the management, which, again, I am informed that he did not take up the opportunity to do so, and instead he offered his resignation. So that at no time was Fazir Mohammed fired, as you put it. And therefore there was really no need for me to interject. The CEO of CNMG was the one making those decisions, and he issued a statement promptly, and then he conducted an interview with the media at the airport subsequently, so that the information was there.
Well, you're correct. He was not, in fact, fired, but because there's so many issues that surround this and so many inconsistencies, and I don't want to get bogged down in that because it's an issue that has been debated ad nauseum. I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk a bit about what you're hoping to do when you take up this post.
Yes. Well, the government's focus for all the missions is to increase trade, because we have focused heavily on the energy sector, and we need to diversify our main revenue stream away from the energy sector. And our focus is going to be increasing in other types of trade, increasing tourism especially. We are going to be focusing on the culture, cultural tourism, ecotourism, sport tourism. Then in addition to that, in my own duties, I have to cover Germany and Sweden and Norway, a couple other countries. And my immediate focus is that of getting Trinidad and Tobago actively involved in the 2012 Olympic celebration in London. And over the next month, I will be putting together a package to present to the Mayor of London to ensure that Trinidad and Tobago is seen in its widest possible form, and its cultural expressions play a significant role in the 2012 Olympic celebration.
Well, it sounds like you have quite the agenda ahead of you, and let me extend my congratulations to you on assuming this post. I'm quite sure that it is going to be quite a challenge for you, and the next step in your career. So yes. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me, Pablo.
And congratulations again.
Thank you.
We'll take a break, folks. When we come back, we are going to tell you a bit about, I think it's Anime Caribe. Yes, I think that's the pronunciation. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
A First Citizens credit card opens up a life of rewarding experiences, making it easier to grasp opportunities, providing comfort at each step of life's journey, celebrating success with an outpouring of gratitude, treating those who are precious to you to the absolute finest, and rewarding you with bonus points and miles to enjoy your fill of the good life. Come in, call, or visit us online for the world of credit cards that put you first.
Now there's no need to take a flight to the US or Canada to cruise. Cruise from Port of Spain and back thanks to Boojam's Travel. From April 2011, all cruises will be leaving from and returning to Port of Spain. No US visa required, and all cruises are fully inclusive of all amenities. Vicky Boojam, president and founder of Boojam's Travel, is the first woman and private citizen to undertake such a mega task. So now you know. Cruise from and return to Trinidad on the best cruise ships. For more info, call 221-8195 or 222-5791. Boojam's Travel. All aboard, ship ahoy!
Chairs, chairs, and more chairs. At Woodville Industries Limited, they are offering a wide range of top quality chairs at very attractive prices for residential and commercial uses. Don't wait till last minute. Come to Woodville Industries Limited, located at Lot 32 O'Meara Industrial Estate, Arima, or call them at 642-1173. Call or visit them today.
Tired of worrying about your home, business, or family members? Quit worrying and enjoy life with affordable 24/7 property protection from Advanced Security Company Limited, located 187 Eastern Main Road, Aruka. This highly esteemed company has been protecting a wide range of residents and companies for over 20 years. With their 24/7 monitoring and quick response service, well-trained, certified armed and baton officers, as well as their efficient K9 unit, your property would be in excellent hands. Advanced Security, your protection is our profession.
Privé Bistro, a fine dining experience. Privé Bistro features an international menu set in an open-air European-style courtyard. Privé is open for lunch and dinner from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m, Tuesdays through Saturdays. You can also enjoy Privé's laid-back lounge menu with a variety of finger foods to choose from. During club nights, Privé's after-hours menu goes straight through into the night until 3 a.m. For reservations, please call 222-7787. That's 222-RSVP.
I can set my watch by my 7 Seas one-a-day customers. Every month, Gary buys 30 capsules. Cindy buys for herself and her friends. Brenda buys for her family. She should be here anytime now. Oh, hi, Brenda. How can I help you today? I depend on it to ensure that my family and myself remain healthy. After all, I would not recommend anything that I don't believe in myself.
7 Seas cod liver oil is a naturally rich source of omega-3, plus vitamins for everything your body needs. 7 Seas one a day, the healthy way.
Introducing the all-new Triad Chemicals All-Purpose Cleaner. The only product that really cleans all surfaces in homes, restaurants, hotels, and garages. Clean and renew your tiles, furniture, carpeting, and appliances. Triad All-Purpose Cleaner is also a total car care product. This product is available in gallon, 5 gallons, and drums. Cut cost and buy the only effective all-purpose cleaner. Try it. Located at number 15 O'Meara Road, Arima, or call 664-5924 or 308-2560.
Welcome back. Well, we are talking about Anime Carib in this segment of the program, and let me introduce my guests, visitors to Trinidad. Closest to me, Shabnam Rezai, who is associated with the Big Bad Boo Studios animation. It's an animation studio, is it?
Yes, that's right. We have an animation studio.
You're the okay, and also with us, Joan Vogelsang, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Toon Boom Animation. Welcome to the program and welcome to Trinidad. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I don't have much time to watch cartoons nowadays, or anything for that matter. But I'm quite sure there is one that I'm very fond of, and that is this one with the it's not SpongeBob. It's the one with the okay. I will remember it. But there have been certain advances in cartoons incorporating computer animation that it's very subtle. So perhaps you can tell us a bit about some of the advances, and any one of you can jump in, some of the advances that have been made in cartoons to add to the aesthetic and to improve the marketability of these programs. Perhaps Joan, you could.
Well, actually, you're talking exactly to what we do, because we are a software engineering firm that designs technology to automate the way that animated content is produced. Right. And that's enabled the content producers, such as Shabnam, to be more creative, but still be able to bring product in on time, the best quality and the right price. So we make all kinds of advances. You don't need as much human intervention anymore, and you have a lot more creative freedom with the way that you design characters or tell your stories.
Shabnam, perhaps you can tell us a bit about the work that you do.
Sure. So we have a big animation studio in Vancouver, Canada, with offices in New York, and Big Bad Boo focuses on creating cultural content. So we use cartoons to teach kids about different cultures. Our first show is called Mixed Nuts, and it's like Peanuts, except the kids are from different countries. And we use it as a way to teach Americans and people in other parts of the world about different countries such as India, Iran, Korea, and Cuba, which are the 4 countries we focus on in this particular show. We're also doing 1001 Nights right now, which are the old Arabian Nights tales. So you probably heard of Ali Baba, you've heard of Sinbad. Well, there are 999 other stories that were never animated, and that's exactly what we're doing. So we're very excited to use cartoons as a very powerful medium to teach kids new things that they've never heard about. And what's exciting about Anime Caribe, I find, is that Trinidad is trying to get into animation. And what's wonderful about this country is the diverse cultural background that they have. And we're hoping to encourage the locals to try and dig into that history and that sense of culture to start to create original content here.
I think it's also important to note that cartoons have long since ceased to be the domain of children, and that it's a format that is used for many different things, and I'm quite sure that that has given you a broader range to explore.
Well, absolutely, and our mission statement in our company now is to be the primary supplier of technology for digital communication. Right. Because originally it started out with the Disneys, the Warner Brothers, etc., who, by the way, are all our customers. But now we've moved what we call down the food chain and expanded out to the point that animation is incorporated in everyday education for children as young as 6 years old and up. And then medical doctors, you know, for the way that they may communicate as it relates to HIV/AIDS, or as it relates to drinking and driving, or just to illustrate the way things occur within the human body. So it's touching all aspects of life. And what we've now come to realize with the difficulty in educating boys internationally is that when you incorporate these techniques into subject matter, that their attention span is much longer, and their grades increase on average 10 to 15%.
Okay, we'll take a short break. When we come back, perhaps Shabnam, you can tell some of our local animators who are working to build their careers and their reputations. Give us some tips on how we can do that. So stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Shop in unrivaled comfort and style. Signature Selection invites you to shop in 30,000 square feet of tastefully decorated showroom designed to satisfy your appetite for luxury and elegance. An exquisite selection of fine furniture, the greatest assortment of accessories, the widest choice of LCD and plasma TVs. Turn left on the highway at Johnson & Johnson. Signature Selection, the difference is in every elegant detail.
Far too often we know where a story like this ends. Add Blink Vigilance with rapid response, and this scene takes an entirely different turn. With Blink Vigilance new 3-point alert system, an alarm is sounded. Instantaneously, you get a phone call and a text alert, and a rapid response team is dispatched.
Yes, hello? I think it is.
Blink Vigilance with rapid response. Effective, affordable security.
Oh, hi. Can you match this? Sure. Fern green. If I wanted an accent wall? Fern green. Okay, what about the trim? Fern green. Fern green. Oh.
Anyone can scan a color, but our color experts have the knowledge, expertise, and over 3,300 Benjamin Moore colors to take your project beyond your wildest dreams. For color and so much more, go to a Benjamin Moore store.
Attention schools, churches, and NGOs. Bright Ideas has a wide range of reasonable toys, perfect for your bazaars, gift items, and Christmas functions. All available at special low prices for bulk and wholesale purchasing. Lights, lights, lights. Bright Ideas has the widest range of Christmas lights this season. Ribbon, vine, and rope lights. Indoor and outdoor icicle lights. Ornament and decorations. Tube lights, grape lights, in the widest range of colors. Only at Bright Ideas Home, Decor, Household, and Lighting. 13 locations nationwide.
Who needs two coats when one will do? Get full coverage in just one coat with Kills Casual Colors Special One Coat Coverage with low odor that helps you finish the job quick with less stress. Save time and money with Kills Casual Colors Premium Quality Paint. Kills Casual Colors, available at FD Fafa and FDF Paint Plus.
When you buy Dasani water, part proceeds go to abandoned kids in TNT through the Angels of Hope program, giving them the loving care they deserve. Dasani, what moves you?
Got to get some cash now. I need the money and a vacation too.
Well, explore the world of Guardian Media in the Knowing Texas Win It promotion. Win $150,000 cash, a 7-day cruise for 6, a dream vacation for 4 to Barbados, a $30,000 shopping spree, and a Rado watch.
What? That's all?
No boy. Daily, 20 persons win $50 top-ups on Digicel and mega meals from Mario's Pizza.
Wait.
Hold on, there's more. Carnival costumes, kiss decorative cakes, a Blackberry from Digicel, gym membership, hampers by Ample, and cases of Carib.
Wait. How can I participate?
Just look for daily questions in the Guardian newspaper, CNC3, and the TBC radio network, and text your answers to 4321 from any network as often as you like. Check the Guardian for details.
I like that. Latest, I'm going to buy a Guardian now.
The Early Morning Show with Paulo Kernahan is brought to you in part by First Citizens. First Citizens, we put you first.
Welcome back. Well, we are going to be telling you a little bit about the Anime Carib. But first, let me just say who we have on the program again. Joan Vogelsang is with us this morning, and Shabnam Rizai. Welcome again to both of you. Thank you for being here with us this morning. I was going to ask you about if you had any suggestions to some of the young up-and-coming animators in this country who developing their technical proficiency, learning about the software and what it can do, but not really developing the storylines, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. First of all, I would suggest if you're interested in animation, definitely come to the festival, which is today and tomorrow, Anime Carib. There are going to be business discussions today about how to get the business off the ground, as well as some screenings tomorrow. But going back to animators and we know what they should be doing, first of all, there are a lot of skills that you can learn on your own if you're not able to make it to animation school. There are a lot of tutorials online and tools such as Toon Boom that you can download and start learning the art by yourself. But when it comes to stories and storytelling and character development, we find that that's one of the most important things when you're creating original content. So to develop those skill sets is of the utmost importance. And so we really encourage our writers certainly to work on that skill and to learn from the best in the industry. And I would encourage writers and character designers and artists here the exact same thing. Being an animator is a difficult thing because the business tends to be very cyclical. You get a contract, then you finish your position, and then you have to look for your next job. So I always encourage my animators to develop other skill sets, whether it's character designs, storyboarding, writing. It's always good to have a bunch of different types of skill sets so that if your animation job is finished and you're looking for something else, there is some sort of income that you can rely on.
Joan, perhaps you can tell us a bit about this festival that is supposed to bring all of these young animators together.
Anime Carib was started a number of years ago by Camille, who had been actually educated in England and wanted to get a core competence set up here in Trinidad. Obviously, she's from Trinidad. And in fact, it started as a very grassroots activity. Now, this year, there are several people from other Caribbean islands that are here. There are probably 10 international experts like Shabnam that are here. It's taking place at Napa and other areas where there are workshops. And the reception now is tremendous to this festival, and you can just really feel the positive vibes that are coming through. Lots of support from ETech, lots of support from the film group, and from the Minister of Trade, who will be joining us this morning, and now from the financial part of the community. So we think that as of this year, we will see jobs being created of a well-paying nature to pick up some of these students.
It's funny, the only thing I heard you say there is well-paying. But I'm quite sure that's what everybody else will here because that's the kind of diversification that this economy desperately needs.
Yeah.
Thank you both very much for being here with us this morning, and thank you for bringing your expertise to Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, folks, for spending your morning with us. I certainly hope that we don't have the same kind of weather today that we had yesterday, but just in case we do, make sure you carry your parasol and your galoshes and try to keep your skirt hiked up because the water is going to rise very rapidly. I'll see you next week, Monday. Until then, have a great weekend.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Headline News on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. Mere days after Finance Minister Winston Ducaran told the Parliament government was sticking with its bailout plan for CLICO's EFPA policyholders, the CLICO Policyholders Group is planning a mass policyholders meeting on Sunday. Chairman of the group, Peter Pomel, has publicly stated the group will not accept Minister Ducaran's offer, and on Sunday the body will determine its next step, and it is not ruling out legal action. The Policyholders Group will review the actions of the government, and in particular the Minister of Finance in the matter, and says further action may include but is not limited to legal action. The group has labelled Minister Ducaran's action as draconian and malicious. The country's first president, Sir Ellis Clarke, remains hospitalized after suffering a stroke. CNC3 News has been told officially that Sir Ellis is at the West Shore Medical Hospital, where he is being treated and only close relatives are being allowed to see him. Reports are the country's first president suffered a stroke to the right side of his body. He was taken to the hospital shortly before noon on Wednesday after experiencing bouts of slurred speech and impaired movement while at his Maraval home. Sir Ellis turns 93 next month and was the last Governor-General of Trinidad and Tobago and the first President of the Republic. He was one of the framers of both the Independence and Republican constitutions, and although now a private citizen, Sir Ellis has remained active in public life and is very often called upon to give views on national issues. Police Commissioner Dwayne Gibbs has told fresh recruits into the police service that the task ahead is not an easy one, and one that would require them to be at the top of their game physically and intellectually. He says given the crime situation, the public rightfully demands a high standard from the police service.
Criminals today are schooled in carrying out acts of terror. They leave nothing to chance and will painstakingly analyze every aspect of your ability before they commit their acts of violence against you and those you are sworn to protect and serve. As officers of the TTPS, you must be relentless in your pursuit to right the wrongs and protect and serve with pride.
In some international news, the head of the United Nations mission in Haiti says the country's presidential vote should go ahead as planned on Sunday, despite a worsening cholera epidemic and voter registration woes. With days to go until the first presidential election since January's devastating earthquake, health officials are warning that an outbreak of cholera could sicken 200,000 by February. To make matters worse, hundreds of thousands of Haitians lost their identification cards in the January 12th earthquake, and without them, they cannot register to vote. Stay with us for another news update in 1 hour's time and our major newscast at 7 this evening here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
It's awesome. I am happy with the results. Very happy with the results that I saw.
I am telling you that it's awesome and it is really inspired by God.
It is about the best thing I've seen.
I would strongly suggest the parents, please get this program for your kids.
With the IBG Phonic program, every child is a star.
See your young children work 150 times faster and share excellence with all the older ones in school.
As soon as I purchased this program, I saw immediate change.
Place your order now by calling 625-READ, 625-7323, or 623-STEP, 623-7837, www.ibgphonic.com, or visit us at number 25 Stanmore Avenue, Queen's Park, Westport of Spain, to develop your child to their maximum potential.
He did the program the first evening. Yes, in one day time. He wanted to show me what he can do, how he can read. Now he's telling me that he loves reading. That's after the first day. He was, Mommy, I could read. Mommy, I could read properly.
As a school teacher of almost 23 years, I had to find a way to get each child to perform with excellence. The IBG Phonic program was that method. With all the young children, they were excited, enthusiastic, they understand. And we see learning taking place at least 150 times faster. The older children with learning problems, challenges, or even reading problems, they were remedied in a very short time. Given hope, they're very interested in their work when they started reading. And that is why I had done the IBG Phonic program. Today, it's available to every home. At home, parents, you prevent challenges. Work with all the young children and send them out to school as champions. The older ones who may be struggling at school, it's a bright new day with the IBG Phonic program. They believe in themselves. They develop confidence, high interest as soon as they start reading. And that happens actually overnight. The IBG Phonic program is a must-have. It is back to school time. And with every home, the IBG Phonic program plays that great role in bridging home with school. Once they get out to school, it is exactly that work you have been doing with the IBG Phonic program that they must apply like this. As you work at home with our IBG Phonic program, the children experience a dramatic increase in attention span. They are not easily distracted. We also develop the confidence and self-esteem in the children. They are highly motivated and excited about schoolwork. They are actually champions.
Parents, you might be concerned about your children and their level of learning. Here are some important facts and answers to questions commonly raised by our customers. At what age should my child begin work with the IBG Phonic program? Well, the IBG Phonic program works well with any child from birth. The saying, all children, all abilities, holds true, as children learn the majority of their information before the age of 3. So it is important that parents get their children into phonics from as early as possible.
You get the IBG Phonic program and experience the same testimony that this parent has.
Before I purchased the IBG Phonic program, he was very enthusiastic of learning, of reading, of even reciting the alphabet. As soon as I purchased this program, I saw immediate change. He started reading, he started reciting the alphabet, he even does the sounds of the letters, which I found it really helpful for him to read. He also wants to practice his writing skills, and I think it has improved enough.
Call us now, 625-READ, that is 625-7323. You may also call us at 625-7926-7926 or 623-STEP, that is 623-7837. Remember, every child is a star. With the IBG Phonic program, not one shall be left behind.
My daughter, she attended preschool for 1 year, and she's attending primary school now, and she's only 3. And last week they gave a spelling test. She got 100%. And the teacher said she is going very good, and she is ready for primary school.
With the IBG Phonic program, we have incorporated the exercises that are necessary to release the God-given natural intelligence in every child. And parents, you are right on target, quite accurate with the IBG Phonic program. All the children understand the work, and even you work like a professional. From right at home, you're quite accurate. You're bringing success to your children with the IBG Phonic program. As a classroom teacher, it was imperative that I get every child to perform with excellence. I had to formulate a program to get every child to think, to believe in themselves, and to move on to a higher level of performance. When you purchase our IBG Phonic program, you are investing in your children's future and the future of generations to come. Instant learning is guaranteed to every child with the IBG Phonic program from right-at-home parents. You can capture the important stage of learning when they're very young. Work with the IBG Phonic program and create a genius with your children with the IBG Phonic program. You get the IBG Phonic program and experience the same testimony that this parent has.
I'm a mother between the ages of 2 and 6. Now, my husband and I started using the IBG Phonic program when my eldest was 2 years old. We would normally play the CD in the car whenever we go anywhere, or we'd play it on a Saturday afternoon when we are all at home, and we'd sing and dance to have some fun. Now, my eldest is now 6 and in 2nd year, and he's doing really well in school. His teacher even said that he's reading above his reading level. And he's into piano and swimming also. Now, the IBG Phonic program helps you with reading. It helps you with all your other classes, following instructions and these sort of things. Now, his aunt normally buys him books to read, and he would read it within hours or probably some days, and which encourages his other siblings to want to read and want to look at books. I would encourage any parent to buy the IBG Phonic program because it not only helps the children with seeing words and knowing what they are, spelling and breaking down the words into syllables, but it also gives them a lot of confidence in themselves that they can do what they learned. I think it's important that every parent should have an IBG program for every child because it not only helps them with their work, but it also helps them with their confidence.
This is what you get when you purchase the IBG Phonic program. You will be getting a package with 4 audio CDs. Each CD is 60 minutes long. Along with those 4 audio CDs, you have 6 large charts, classroom-sized charts, so you can easily set up your workshop right at home. Then we have the workbooks with your instructions, so you are very prepared to help your children. IBG Phonic program, and now with DVDs, 4 DVDs, 4 CDs. You can work at home with your DVDs. When you're traveling in the car, you bring the CDs and you work on the way to school. You're setting the tone for success with our CDs. And remember now, the DVDs are available. Call us 625-7323 for the DVDs, 625-READ. You may also call us at 625-7926-7926 or 623-STEP. That is 623-7837 for the DVDs. Parents, with the IBG Phonic program, you are right on target. We have captured all the exercises that are necessary to liberate the God-given natural intelligence in every child. Thereafter, we work to develop literacy skills, both spelling and reading skills simultaneously.
Every child is a star.
See your young children work 150 times faster and share excellence with all the older ones in school.
As soon as I purchased this program, I saw immediate change.
Place your order now by calling 625-READ, 625-7323, or 623-STEP, 623-7837, www.ibgphonic.com, or visit us at number 25 Stanmore Avenue, Queen's Park, Westport of Spain, to develop your child to their maximum potential.
I have a daughter, right? She's 8 years old now, but since I sent her to preschool, I brought but she loves to sing, so she learned everything. Right now, she took the class from preschool up. Preschool up, and here you joke, she reads every sign if we're going out anywhere. She could pronounce words. Imagine she helping her big sister going to high school. She didn't know how to break words and spell it.
Use them with a big sister?
She's reading like a pro. In fact, they call her up in class to read everything. And since she's small, she loves the song. She loves to sing. So take the whole show, man. Right now, she's top the class. She don't tell me what school she want to go to already.
The IBG Phonic program is an educational product of global acclaim, produced here in Trinidad and Tobago, tailored towards the development of literary skills for all persons. Incorporating a series of integrated result-based teaching techniques, it provides the user with both auditory and written material, which covers the simple yet integral skills of educational development in the form of reading and spelling, which during the use of the program touches base on comprehension skills, vocabulary exercises, and creative writing skills, just to name a few. It's musically exciting and enjoyable.
See your young children work 150 times faster and share excellence with all the older ones at school. Remember, with the IBG Phonic program, every child is a star. You bring success within the grasp of every child with the